tonight don't need to head out by midnight. The indoor dining curfew has ended. Angie Gonzalez joining us from Astoria with more on what this means for businesses. Angie, I said it last time, you have been on every single point of this story. It feels like it's finally over, kind of.
Oh, finally over to a certain extent. You know, Shannon, there wasn't indoor dining at one point during the pandemic. Then there was a 10 p.m. curfew, an 11 p.m. curfew. But business owners and employees that we spoke with are just glad that the curfews are now over for indoor dining. This is the moment that Harry Panagitopoulos has been waiting months for.
It's the biggest relief. It really is. Like, I actually slept last night, you know, for the first time in like a year.
The owner of the Sweet Spot in Astoria has been talking about the curfew and how it's been hurting his business since we first met him in mid-March. Now the midnight curfew for indoor dining is in the rearview mirror, and that means he can start to welcome back customers who come in to catch a game or a pay-per-view event.
We had to close before events finished, and we had to close before events started. So now at least we get our business as a sports bar. We can function as what we are.
Restaurant and bar owners are not the only ones encouraged by the change. Thousands of employees in the hospitality sector, including bartenders, also stand to benefit. John Soul, the head bartender at Sweet Spot, says they won't have to rush people out the door anymore.
There will be instances where the private events can also run a lot later. So that's always nice. Like I said, you know, everyone wants to have fun, and it's very difficult to have fun before like maybe 10, 11 o'clock on a weekend.
And while places like Sweet Spot have been able to get by with outdoor dining and limited indoor dining, there are some other businesses in the industry that haven't been able to operate at all under the state's old COVID-19 guidelines.
Some of these small businesses are going to open up for the first time in 15 months. So while there's still a long road to recovery, lifting the curfew is a very important step to getting us back.
The question is whether locals will welcome the return of late night activities. Some people say they're itching to get out. Others say they'll come back as time goes on.
I probably will, maybe like once a month, maybe. I'm like getting older now, so not going out as much.
There are also those who say they'll stick to what suits them, and that may just be a night in.
More of a quiet person, so I'll be inside anyways at that time. I like my sleep.
And Shannon, while indoor dining may be back in full swing, outdoor dining, there's not the same case there. Most New York City establishments still have that curfew of midnight. That's because while the state lifted its curfew earlier this month, the city has a restriction through its open restaurants program that keeps the curfew at midnight. Shannon?
All right, Angie, a lot of twists and turns. Thank you so much.